Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? It's a beautiful day today. It's a staggering 36 degrees here in Mississauga, Ontario. Nice and sunny. And we're here vibe coding our first app together. So let's get into it. But before that, let me just give a brief introduction for anyone watching in the stream or anyone watching it afterwards. My name is Sami, and I knows this much about coding, and I am gonna be using AI to develop my first app. It's going to be a recipe app that I'm creating, and yeah, let's get into it. So here's what we've done so far. Last session we were working on the UI, and that wasn't completed properly at that time, so we're gonna continue on that today. Let's just pull up the simulator. So we're gonna do npx expo start. That's gonna push open the iOS app simulator, and we're gonna start working through that, making changes. Hopefully Super Whisper works better today, and it's gonna allow us to do a lot of this quickly. If you guys are enjoying this live, then do hit the like button. Okay. So this is where we're at right now. It's doing a pretty good job of saving all of these recipes. It was supposed to make changes to this as well, but I think I don't like it that much, so we should work on that piece as well. In the meanwhile, I think let's add some music to the mix. Okay. I think the design's decent, but it's not the best right now. Let's go into Stitch and see what they can do about it so that I can fix this page. It's really bugging me right now. Let's just take a picture. Let's go back to Stitch. UI design. So let's see what this cooks up. Ooh, already much better. Already much better. But here's the thing. I really like this. Let's see what it does with it. Project, copy to code. And then we're going to go back into Cursor. I mean, honestly, I think I don't even need Cursor at this point in time. I'm just using it because I started my project over there, but I'll go here's the HTML code. Oh crap. So yeah, every time I do a voice command, it copies it over in my clipboard, so I have to now go back and then recopy the and what I want is to add it over here. So you know, why does it keep on happening? Where is this simulator? Here you go. And we're gonna place it right next to it so that we don't kind of overlap each other. And now here's the HTML code. I want you to apply it to add a recipe your way page. Make sure adapt it to the current structure that we have. Okay. Okay, so what I did want to do at this time was to kind of test out the new feature. So here's what I want to do is 5.4 mini versus 5.6 Luna. How does it compare? Wait, Luna was supposed to be 5.6 is described as a cheaper or slightly better or worse. Replacement of 5.1 only half price. But then what about Luna? So feels like GPT 5.4 mini, but then smarter for 5.6. Okay, so it's cheaper than 5.4. Claude Sonnet 5, GPT 5.6 medium or high. So basically, I have been using 5.4 mini, but now what I've been seeing is that 5.6 Luna is almost similar, but it's more cost effective. Right now, the only reason is I might change just so that I can use more of my limits for development rather than having to buy new APIs. That's the plan. So I just want to see if 5.6 is going to make it better. Plus, I just if it's going to give me a better bang for my buck, might as well just change to it, right? So that's what I'm trying to take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. I think I'm going to switch it and then we'll test it out today, day after, and see what results it comes up with. Sure, it's better, but is it really better? I don't know. Okay. I think kind of works. Okay. So this is what I had previously, so it's kind of converting it into this. Or did it not change anything? Maybe it did. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, no. I think we'll just have to close this and let's reopen. NPX. Expo start. What I also did was I switched from Microsoft OneNote to Notion. I've heard so much about Notion, so I just wanted to test that out too. So we're gonna switch over to Notion. So you're gonna see more if I'm taking more screenshots and stuff, I'll be saving that in Notion instead now. I just want to give it a run as well and see if whether it is something that I know people rave about it, so I just want to give it a shot too. So we'll see. Didn't make any change. Maybe a little, I guess. Okay, and then if you go into the recipe, okay, I want to see how, so like let's say if this is the recipe, how can I make this recipe? I don't see the button for making a recipe. Oh, I don't see a button for making a recipe. And I also don't understand why there's a save to family cookbook. I'm still baffled by how AI is able to produce everything and you're just talking to it and it's able to create everything. It's just amazing to me, which is why this is so much fun. You know, because it allows you to create, like, you know, all those ideas that I had in my mind about regarding apps and stuff. You could just literally brain dump it into AI and it's able to produce the whole initial MVP to an actual working product. It still amazes me. But that's the fun of doing this, right? You're just talking with AI and it's doing all of the work. I guess, like, you know, when we used to see Iron Man talking to Jarvis and then Jarvis was just doing all the work. Now that's reality, specifically for coding. Oh no. Yeah, I should have been extremely more specific of where they should have been. It was referencing the other place, so okay. So take the make a recipe out from that page. Okay. Now we're going to clear our context. Okay. We're gonna change the context of this. And we're changing the context of this and we're gonna add we're gonna add oh, where did my music end? I used to keep on going. Right, so what I'm trying to check for right now is how So right, so the make a recipe should come over here in this screen. So we could do what's called we have to do what's called we're gonna add a button over here. So now add a button to the we'll take a screenshot and just let it know. Add a make a recipe button over here. But also make it call it something else. So this is where we're going to get our make recipe. So it's going to link it to that page. Okay. I actually like this. I don't know what the share is going to do. Save to files. Okay, so here's some inconsistency. Over here it shows us like, you know, back to cookbook. But then over on the, first of all, this add, there's too many add buttons over here, so this needs to go. This hovering box needs to go until we figure out if that's even needed, right? So okay, so it's called cook this apparently. So let's see. Oh, cook this. Okay, but I don't like how this came in. So maybe it needs to be adjusted accordingly as well. So make the design for cook this page similar to the recipe page. Cook this. Oh, go back. think what's happening is like every time I use Super Whisper, it pauses the music and then it doesn't play it back. Okay, so let's see. So if I go cook this, okay, preparation. Okay, so there's, I think what I want to do is like every after every period, I think it should just be a second line, third line, fourth line, like that, instead of all of that as being one. Half a cup. So if I go cook this recipe, it's half a cup. So here's what it takes. Can I just keep it the same design and it just changes? If I keep it this, it looks more natural to me. Okay. Can you make the cook this recipe ingredient section similar to that rather than having it in two columns? This looks more natural. But yeah, it should still have the ability to change the amounts based on the number of serving size. I'm also going to do something about these buttons. I don't know what yet, so Oh, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Okay. In the cook this recipe, you should also have the ability to strike through an ingredient just to keep up with it. Okay. Okay, now. In both recipe and cook this recipe, under preparation, after every period, make it a next point. What I am trying to do is okay, I'm gonna make myself bigger over here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is make sure, like, you know, every item gets a separate number just to make it more readable. Perfect. I like this. Why is there a question mark? I don't like these question marks. Make the question mark icon in cook this similar to the one in recipes. Okay, so let's see. Oh no, 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 no. It didn't understand it properly, so it needs reference. I'm talking about these question marks next to adjusted ingredients and instructions. Okay. So I had to undo the previous adjustment that it made and then add this. Here's what I'm thinking now. Since we're working on this, how about we add one more thing? I don't like this Save to Family cookbook for now. Cook this. Okay, this is better. So edit this recipe if there is any kind of additional notes. How this shows. And when I'm cooking. Make sure in make a recipe that it shows the additional notes as well. And who is excited about the World Cup today? It's France versus Spain starting in half an hour. And honestly, this is going to be a big game. France, I think, is a more stronger team, but Spain is capable of an upset. It is a pretty decent team too, and they've been playing pretty well lately, especially Mikel Merino. Beautiful player. Okay, so I think I'm getting quite a lot of new ideas. I don't like the way it shows. Keep the additional notes designed similar to the recipe card. And then we need icons for this, I guess, because like this is just. Now, do we need to add pictures? I mean, it would look good. broccoli. Wow, I don't even see it now. Broccoli and cheese. I don't see the additional note field now. In fact, you know what? Match the formatting to the card above. Okay. So so this is where I think like it's what did it edit? I don't think it edited anything. Take out the gray. I don't like the gray. That's yeah. I don't think I'm gonna take this gray. I've recently switched over from Windows to Mac, so I'm still getting used to all the shortcuts and stuff. Take the gray out. I don't like it. Okay, so all of this is good. Taking out the gray, and then we're gonna work on this, and then I think we're gonna call it a day for today. Okay, let's see. Cook this recipe. Okay, I like this better. Wait, can you make the change to make the same change to the recipe as well. Here's an idea. I think I'm gonna also put like a grocery shopping list, just because if you want to make a recipe and then you don't have those ingredients, then I think if they click a button, it'll just add it into another list, which could be a grocery list. That's what I'm thinking we can do. Yeah, I just expanded my MVP a little too, but I think it's achievable. That's why, and I think it should not have too much of an issue. The only thing is if one thing that I can foresee is like if you have multiple recipes which is calling for the same ingredient, and if they're putting it into the grocery list, how are we gonna put them to show, okay, how much of that do you need? Is it going to add them together, or they're going to show it separately for each recipe? I think that's where we might have to think about a little, but I think else it's achievable. I think what I'm going for is a basic structure, and then we can build up on that later as well. Okay, not this one, American macaroni. Okay, so make, oh yeah, make additional notes similar to the above. Let's spawn another agent. Can you work on the recipe button, save to family cookbook, cook this and edit recipe, make them space efficient, and maybe if we are somehow able to make smaller icons and push them up to the top instead. Yeah, I can live with that, and we can fix that out later, but for now I think this is good. Okay, let's not go to Luna, let's do it over here. Okay, so this would be the last change we're going to do for today, and then we're going to resume either tonight or tomorrow. based on what we decide, or based on my availability as well. Yeah. Okay. So hey Safi, Hassan, I'm working on a recipe app and I'm building it in public, so everyone's going to be seeing what I make. Everything's open. So I have had this idea of a recipe, and then, oh yeah, I think that's a good idea. We could do a joint session. Um, when do you want to do it? Do you want to do it in our next session? I think that's a good idea. Okay. I think it's good, becoming much better. Save cook. Um, okay, so this has gotten much better. Maybe we can add another button for. Why do we have a save button over here? We don't need a save button. Recipe, it's already saved. So I think that's something we can. Why is there a save button up top? Isn't the recipe already saved? Yes, you can take that out, and right next to recipe memory, there's a bookmark. You can change that into a star to show that you can mark it as favorite. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I think that's where probably there's an issue, because hold on. I think that's what the issue is. Oh. So I just found out that my screen's not showing where I'm building the app. So, and here I was thinking that you are able to see all of that. So, um, Okay, so I have to think of some kind of a solution for that. Okay. I think we're in a good place for today. We're gonna resume this tomorrow, and then we're gonna maybe tomorrow or evening session where we're gonna take a look at it